Welcome, family. Welcome back to Underrated Sports Show, the special. Welcome, welcome. Again, Underrated Sports Show. We got a special. Heating up some food and everything. Got to eat. So everything else. Um, Again, welcome. Subscribe and like to my channel, Underrated Sports Show. I just did a live about an hour ago. Want y'all to check that out after we finish this live stream. Like I said, subscribe and like to my channel, the Underrated Darkness. Hit the bell when I come for the powerful live stream or video. Also, my past live streams and my videos. I want y'all to check it out. Let's get them likes and the views up. And, put some comments on that. That'd be very much appreciated. Also, I already did the Facebook. I did the Facebook and stuff, but I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that maybe next time. But also I want y'all to I'm in this business venture with my brother Ernest Jones, AnzoToys.com. We throughout social media, wherever you purchase, you can put wherever you purchase, you get 10% off when you put my code MVP that I created. It's lower caps, and so let's make sure you support us. It's Black owned and economic in our community. The money stays in our community. Period. Remember that. Okay. Also, midterm elections is approaching. I'm gonna do midterm elections of our perspective. I'm gonna have different people on a panel that night. Most likely I'm gonna eat dinner. So welcome back. I'm gonna turn the sound up so y'all can hear, but also turn the same channel. Most likely it's gonna be an MSNBC. I'll be promoting it more. So stay tuned for that. So trying to get a lot of people to join in because it's very important. This is a non-never midterm election for us as a people. All right. So also I'm gonna bring my brother in. Sheet Stay Sleep TV. Subscribe and like also to his channel. So welcome, my brother.
Peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Underrated Sports Show once again. Very much appreciated. If you're just coming in the building, do us a favor, hit that like button. Share the show. It'd be very much appreciated, and we're gonna have some good talk again tonight, y'all. And to everybody in the chat too, remember, if y'all want to join a panel, just drop y'all emails in the box, and we'll send y'all the link. Anybody who want to join a panel, just drop y'all emails in the box, and we'll send y'all the link. I appreciate the support, y'all.
Yeah, definitely. We'll wait for some more people to come in, my brother. Thanks, Chocolate. Thanks for coming. Kendra, thanks for coming. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in and start. How was your day, my brother?
Oh, it was good, man. It was a nice day. Shit is hot, but it was pretty much a nice day, man. It's a nice day.
That's cool. That's good. Yeah, my day was all right. Day was okay. It was hot, so I made sure to get some fluids and stuff. Now I'm going to get my food while we wait for some more people. Cause it's gonna go down tonight, people. It's gonna go down tonight, family. So like the brother say, drop the email in the box so we can get you on. We're gonna wait for some more people to get on and everything. Well, we're gonna do something different tonight. What we're gonna do, we're gonna compare we're gonna talk about basketball, and we're gonna compare players from the past. Could they play in the present, and vice versa? And so we're gonna have fun tonight. This is gonna get very interesting, brother. It's gonna get very interesting. So we waiting for some more people, come through and everything, and it's gonna be something. So, brother, what you want to say about tonight? What's your favorite play? The past and the present.
Well, since we starting out with the point guards, well, right now, I'm gonna say one of my favorite point guards, and may seem to be a little bit controversial, but I think one of the best point guards right now in the league is and he's not part of my team, but I will have to say Russell Westbrook. He's one of the top point guards. Um, but one of my favorites is I like Kyrie.
Okay. I
I
like
like
Kyrie
Kyrie.
too. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right, now, like the brother is saying, anybody that want to join the panel, drop the email in the box so we can get you on. We're gonna talk about point guards that could play of any era. So any brother, even sister, that gotta know basketball now. Cannot be join the panel, just join the panel. So any brother or sister wants to join the panel, especially brothers that's want to join the panel, drop the email in the box so we can get you on. Miles Corner, you want to join the panel? Drop the email. Craig J, want to join the panel? Drop the email, and we get you on. Well, my favorite point, I don't really have a favorite point guard now, but one of the point guards that I like is Kyrie Irving, and I like Chris Paul.
Yeah, I like Chris Paul too. I like Chris Paul too. But I really don't have a favorite either. I really don't. Cause I never really was a like growing up when I first started watching ball, I never was really into point guards. I was into big men. I was a big man fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like forwards and centers.
Okay.
You know, so I never was really a big guard favorite. You know, I wasn't a big Michael Jordan fan,
Me either.
you know. So but it's a few that I like, you know, so we could definitely get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and I pulled up who they say is the top 5 point guards in the NBA
Okay, let's
too.
hear it.
So well, they say Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, and Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that list?
Mm. I would put Chris Paul before Westbrook.
Now, I'm just saying, like, how do you feel about those 5 guards, period,
Okay.
as the top 5?
Okay.
Do you think Steph should be number 1? You think Steph is the best point guard in the league?
Well, I don't think I like Chris Paul because he's an all-around point guard. Steph Curry is not really an all-around point guard. He's really ain't. To me, he's not. But they're gonna put him first because he won championship and popularity. But I'm talking about skill-wise. Give me Chris Paul. KDA4. If you want to join the panel, drop the email so we can get you on. Any brother or any sister.
Yeah, I don't. I would have to agree. I don't think Steph is the best point guard skill wise. I definitely think it's a popularity thing.
It is. And at the same time, too, when you win championship, it's bad to say, but it helps.
Oh yeah, it always helps because that's what people, you know, and most sports talks, you know, when a motherfucker can't really get you on nothing, they lean on the championships. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
they're gonna always be able to say that about Steph. No matter what, he got 3 championships now.
Right.
So it's like you can't say nothing about him.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I like Damian Lillard too. Damian
Oh
Lillard
yeah,
is a
I
beast.
forgot about Damian Lillard. Right. He's
He,
underrated.
he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He be killing. He be killing.
Yeah.
He's a silent killer. A lot.
Right.
I think he's definitely slept on too. But you know, I think if he was on Houston too, Houston would be much more dangerous.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah.
Cause Damian Lillard is nice. And
Yes,
he
he
been
is.
nice. He been nice for a minute now too. I just feel like the team that he's surrounded by, he needs a better team. He need help.
Yeah.
They need to get him some help. They definitely they need to get homie some help because
Yeah.
he definitely leads their team and it's kind of like messed up for him, you know, for him to not be getting his shots the way he should. And when
Mm-hmm.
I say that, I mean his chance at, being a winner,
Yeah.
because that happens sometimes. Like you could just stay stuck on the wrong team. It doesn't really be you as a player.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what made James Harden and KD leave the Thunder. It's not because, of skill or whatever. They felt like they were stuck, like they would never win there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I feel like they both left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel too.
Because if you remember when when McGrady and Vince was on the same team, why did McGrady leave?
That's true.
You know, what was the
Yeah.
reason for that?
Yep. Hmm. That's so true.
I think all of that, all of that is kind of like they all of those incidents have something in common in some way or form or fashion with them dudes.
Hmm.
That's why it's very important that you on the right team with the right guys, because it's not just about skill, it's about what your teammates bring to the table too.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's why KD didn't mind going to um Golden State, not just because they was a winning team, but their chemistry. Like I don't know if people pay attention, but Golden State, them guys play well together.
Hmm.
Even with them adding KD, nothing stopped them. Like KD fitted right in with their program.
Yeah.
Clay still get his shots, all of that.
Uh-huh.
It's like he fitted right in, and I feel like I think Damian Lillard need a team like that around him.
Yeah.
He needs some guys that want to win, that's hungry like him, and they want to win. And I don't think that Portland is going to build a team around him. So he may have to leave.
Yeah. I would like to see Damon go to an Eastern team. I really do.
You would like to see him go to Houston,
No, Eastern team.
or you want to see him play on the East?
Play on the East. Yeah, I do.
Now we got the top 5 point guards of now. Do you think Who do you think out of those five could have won a championship back in the day on any team? And remember the five. The five is Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and who else did they say? Hold on, let me check again.
All
They
right.
said they said Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, and Kyrie. That's the five. So
Mm.
who do you think out of those top 5 point guards that's currently in the league right now, who you think could have really hung with the old school dudes?
Chris Paul.
Only one out the five?
Oh, what? Well, I could pick
I,
another one.
I would say Kyrie and Lillard.
Mm,
Kyrie and Damian Lillard?
Yeah.
mm, I wouldn't say. I would say Kyrie. I'd say Kyrie. But see, for me as a point guard, I like the point guard play two ways. Do Damian Lillard got better on defense? Yeah. Do I think he's consistent? It's not there yet for me because the team that he played for. That's what I think. But what you said, oh, welcome KD84. Welcome to the panel. Glad
Well,
you joined.
thanks for having me, JT at Triple S.
Shout out to you, bro.
After you, man. See?
So why you all right, why did you say why did you pick those two, KD?
I'm just gonna be honest. Even though they're both offensively skilled and they're tremendously offensively skilled, I look at many point guards from even back in the day that was just as offensively skilled, even though old school guards they played in tougher eras, yes, but I could imagine a Kyrie being in the old school Knicks uniform and helping Ewing at least get one chip.
Yeah.
And the reason I say Lillard is because I could picture him even with the old school Rockets, with Olajuwon. And I would still see Olajuwon being successful with a Lillard type.
Well, that makes sense. I would have to agree with that. Definitely. And the two I would pick is I would definitely pick Chris Paul. Well, I'm gonna say 3 out of the 5. I think Westbrook could have played back then. I think um Chris Paul could have played back then, and Lillard.
Yeah, I definitely could imagine Westbrook with the old school Hornets. I mean, just imagine him and Larry Johnson. Oh, whew,
Right.
that would have been a
Cause I look at Westbrook's attitude. I think he could have hung with those guys. Cause he got a strong personality, you know, and he could get nasty when he ready.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely would have went in Ron Harper's face. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see Kyrie play for the Knicks. I do. Because he always want to play for the Knicks because he's originally from the Bronx. But I would see Kyrie if he play a patch of Ewing, I say about good 5 or 6 years. I really believe that Ewing could have had at least about 2. Because they would have definitely would have beat Houston. I would.
Yeah,
They would have.
Yeah, and I was saying, even in the Jordan era, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would have definitely pushed the Bulls to at least 7, at least one of them times.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to agree. Where could you see those? So y'all saying y'all could see Kyrie on the Knicks? I could see Kyrie on the Knicks too, or I could see Kyrie playing like I could see him playing in like Seattle. I could see him playing on the West too.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like imagine him with Sean Kemp.
Y'all talking about Peyton and Curry?
Yeah.
Now you talking about dynasty now. You talking about dynasty. You talking about dynasty.
Oh my gosh.
You talking about dynasty. And then we cannot forget about Seattle Bench. They had Nate McMillan, Detlef Shrimp.
Yes.
That's a dynasty. Now I'm gonna tell you, people might get mad at me telling me this. Yo, they would have beat the Bulls.
Oh yes, they would. Yes, they would. Oh yes.
The Bulls.
Because even with the Jordan-led Bulls, the Bulls had very little to no front court if they didn't add Rodman. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, you're right. They was kind of weak. Right about that. They had all them big weak white boys. Bill Winnington and all of them, they wasn't shit.
Motherfuckers got rings though.
And
Hell yeah.
And this is around the same time that Horace Grant went to the Magic.
Mm-hmm. Now, just speaking of the Magic, now imagine Westbrook playing with Penny and Shaq.
I could definitely see no less than 3 right off the bat.
Think about that. Yeah. Shaq wouldn't have never had a reason to go to LA.
Shaq would have retired in the Magic.
Imagine that. Westbrook playing a point guard. Then you got Penny. and Shaq, and then you got Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, all of them coming off the bench.
Anderson coming off the bench.
One had to come off the bench though. Now, and picture you put Penny as a shooting guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right, have both of them on the court at the same time.
Man.
And then check it out. And then you bring Nick Anderson with Dennis Scott off the bench. With Royal. Man,
that would be nasty. That would be nasty.
Yo, the East would have been theirs.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
And you telling me they wouldn't beat the Jordan-led Bulls back then? Hell yeah, they would.
They would have bet. Yeah, they would have beat them.
Because Scotty would not. Let me tell you, I'm talking Scotty. Scotty would not have nothing against them. Who gonna hold them? You can't hold 1-on-1. You can't.
Not when no damn Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott coming up the bench.
Because now you gonna tell the other team you got a double. If you double, you gonna get screwed. You play 1-on-1, you will get screwed.
And and to me, they would have been the original Splash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott.
You know what? And the one thing about those two, when you talk about that, those players you talk about, those are two-way players.
Yeah.
In that era,
man. Telling you. Now, bros, imagine Damian Lillard on the old school Phoenix team.
Nah, stop. Nah. You talking about with Stoudemire?
No, with KJ, with Kevin Johnson.
Nah, Steve, now you're not being fair now.
Imagine that. And Barkley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They would squeeze out one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I see a Magic Suns damn near mini dynasty in the finals there.
Yeah. They would have been fighting for championship every year. Yeah.
Yes.
For years.
And it would have been the Knicks, and it would have been the Knicks and the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals every year.
Exactly.
Every year. They'd have bumped the Bulls out. The Bulls wouldn't have been shit.
Oh, don't forget Dan Marley off the bench.
Yup, and Danny Ainge.
Oh, God, we forgot about him.
And Danny Ainge.
Yeah. And don't forget about Elliott coming off the bench.
Yes. Yes.
And Sean Marion. No, Sean Marion came later. No, Sean Marion was later.
Yeah, that's later. That's early 2000s.
That was
back in them days, man. I believe those players could have played back then. I don't think Steph could have made it. I think Steph would have been overlooked. He wouldn't have been no star back then. I don't think he don't really have it. He don't have everything. Like back then, the point guards did everything. Steph don't play no D.
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Them guards back then played defense.
Yeah. I think Steph benefits more from help defense than his own defense.
Exactly. That's a fact, KD. That's a fact. That is a fact. And that's why I think he wouldn't have been able to hang with them guards. And them guards was tougher. They'd have been pushing Steph little ass around.
Man, you talking about getting knocked on your ass. You talking about head checking. Steph Curry wouldn't have handled that. Hell no. Picture him trying to get around Kevin Johnson. Give me that. All day. Cookies. All day. All day. Sam Cassell. Cookies. Give me that. Ooh.
Cookies.
Yo,
Cookies. They'd have been picking his pockets.
Yo, I'm telling you, I don't think he would make it off six men. You ask me, I think he'd be buried in the bench. He probably one of those come like maybe like 3 or 4 minutes left when they had the team win. That's what I think.
Damn, you call him a garbage time guard? Damn.
Come on, you're talking about you talking about back in the day. That's all I seen. He got to be on the right team back in the days to really play. He had to really play off the bench and stuff because the guards back then was tough.
Yeah. Yep. And you had go ahead, bro.
Well, I could see him on the sorry Cavaliers from the 90s. I could see him on that team.
But
playing with Bob Sura.
So you say he could beat off Mark Price? You say he could beat Mark Price off the starting spot?
No, not Mark Price. I'm talking about the sorry era of the Cavaliers, the 90s version, not the 80s.
The 90s. Right, okay.
Bob Sura.
You know what they had that ugly baby blue and that black jersey and all that, the so-called Gund Arena. He might get a little shine there, but that's about it.
I just feel that I just don't see. I don't even see with the Cavaliers. Ask me.
Not even the sorry version.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah, damn. I don't because you gotta think about even in the 90s, it was none but a few teams that was sorry. It wasn't. You got Milwaukee was all right. Now I ain't talking about the 80s. Milwaukee was all right. They was getting to the point. Indiana was tough. He couldn't even. I don't. Y'all could be right. I'm not saying, but I don't.
What's the chat saying, bro? What they saying in the chat?
I'm sure as hell not saying no damn Indiana. Hell no.
Let me go up. Uncle Shug said, "I can't believe what I'm hearing." Uncle Shug, I sent it to you. We waiting for you. You said Curry is the greatest point guard of all time. Come on, y'all.
Get the F out of here with that, for real.
Who said that?
Uncle Shug said that. Shug, I sent you the link.
That nigga trolling.
And he just said that garbage? Hell
that
no.
Nigga trolling. That nigga trolling.
Yeah, he said it. It's in the chat.
He knows Steph ain't the greatest point guard ever.
Man, they running with that ESPN.
He did say it.
You breaking up, bro? What you say?
Man, if you don't get the F out of here with that garbage, that ESPN garbage they running with, man, ain't no greatest of all time. Better stop passing the GOAT word around.
Okay. All right, Shug, I said it to you again. We waiting for you.
Man, JT, man, he better cut that out for real.
That's what he said. Curry is the greatest point guard of all time. Come on, y'all. That's what it says in the chat. The chat don't lie now. I keep on telling you, visual.
Yeah.
Visual
The chat might
now.
not. The chat might not lie, but he's damn sure lying.
Oh, let me get the shout out. Shout out to Straight Magic. Shout out Marquita Lightfoot. Shout out Shug. Shout out to Jail. He let us know that Angry Man channel had been terminated. Damn. Shout out to Nikki. Craig J, you want to join on? Let's go. Shout out to Nikki. Let's see who else. My sister Ty Brown, as always. Marlo's Corner. Shout out to you. I'm waiting for you, nephew. If you want to join, feel free. And shout out to
Marlo's Corner. That's a damn good channel right there.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Y'all want to join? Let your uncle know so I can give you an invite. I sent it out to Shug. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, I want to hear him say that garbage one more damn time.
Oh God, I'm gonna say it again.
I mean, but come on, JT. He's doing it in the so-called weakest era of basketball ever.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's only doing it by shooting threes.
Threes and fancy dribbles. Come on now.
Yeah, he really don't.
Sure.
Like there's a lot of other.
Yeah, Shug says he's not coming on, but let me read.
Oh, all right.
Let me read. He said, I watched the games, y'all, about it was tough. That was so over-exaggerated. Watch the NBA hard classics. Can none of y'all name a point guard that developed his game like Curry did? Sure, that's when we invite you on. Come to the panel. And then after that, he put, I'm not coming on. Come on, Uncle Shug.
Scary cat.
No, I mean, all Steph, like I said, all Steph developed was a shot. He's not an all-around point guard. He doesn't affect the game in every way.
Except for behind the arc. That is about it.
That's it. Like if it wasn't for Chris Paul, they wouldn't even been in the championship. If Chris Paul didn't get injured, Houston would have beat Golden State.
No, I will say this. Chris Paul
had his number. Paul had his number. He was stealing the ball from him. He was frustrating Steph. Steph ain't had no answer for Chris Paul.
I do gotta blame the NBA for fucking up that Laker trade.
And you know what? But we left one point out though too. Chris Paul played with really a one leg too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and just imagine him with Kobe if the NBA didn't step in.
Oh yeah, they wasn't gonna let that happen. Hell no. Kobe wouldn't have retired if they would have let that happen.
All right, Uncle Shug said he drives to the basket consistently. This is crazy. Yo.
Kirby. We're talking about the weakest defensive era where you have to be like 30 feet above them. If you sniff on them, it's a damn foul.
Okay, sure. All right. Uncle Shug said Curry was hurt too. What the fuck? But there's a difference, Uncle Shug. He came back from his injury. They work him in little by little. Chris Paul played with that injury all year round. Yes, it is true.
Like I said,
okay.
If Chris Paul did not re-injure himself, Golden State would have lost. It was shown and proven. Them niggas won them last two games because they didn't have Chris Paul. That's why Golden State won. James Harden couldn't beat them by himself.
Yeah, we all knew that.
He wasn't going to beat them by himself. He was not going to beat them. He just wasn't.
Yeah, we all know Harden choked against the damn Spurs in that last game. I was so through with him after that.
Come on, man. I mean, he just can't. He need that leadership guard. And Chris Paul, when him and Chris Paul was both on the floor at the same time, it was a different ball game. Different game. Totally different game. Totally different. From what I was watching, When Chris Paul was on the court with Steph, it was different for him. It was difficult. He had a harder time scoring. He wasn't scoring as easy as he was when Chris Paul was on a bench.
No, he wasn't, because he was double teamed and all that stuff, and he struggled with that. Nobody liked to talk about that with Harden, though.
Telling you, James Harden needs that veteran leadership. And when Chris Paul was on a court with him and he was listening to what Chris Paul was telling him, he played much better. He made better decisions.
Right. But I think,
and that affected the game in a big way. That's why they really had a chance. That's the only reason why they really had a chance against Golden State. If Chris Paul would have never played the games that he did play, Golden State would have swept them.
Yeah. You talking
easily?
About
they would have swept him. They would have swept him.
I think one thing too. We talk on one of the sports shows, and I think KD, you was there too. If you notice, when Chris Paul had the ball, Capella was getting the ball. When Harden had the ball, Capella was not getting the ball, and he had mismatch. And I think that cost Houston the series too. When you got a big man get you a double-double every night, and I'm saying he doing the hard work, setting picks, blocking shots, and last 3 years, Capella got better. And like what I was saying before, Elijah one had work with, and you see the footwork, you see the work hard. And in my wildest dream, why y'all don't want to get the ball to Capella? He hit the shots. That's going to open up everything. But with Harden in the game, he didn't want to do it. I didn't mean to get off the subject like that, but they didn't get it done.
He's nothing more than an ISO scorer and a shooter. That is it.
That's all he is. And when he's cold as ice.
Mm-hmm. And he went back to the dumb thing he did like last year. Keep on shooting threes. You had a mismatch. Why you don't take it to the rock? They got to gamble. But he didn't. He played right in their hands. And that was it.
Yep, because all Golden State let Harden do was shoot himself out till he got tired. Mm-hmm. Then they ran their asses off the court. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened. And that's a good point, though, because when Chris Paul was in the game, he definitely was feeding Capella. He was feeding Capella. He was feeding him. And Capella was eating.
That's what I'm saying.
He was eating. He was tearing Draymond ass up down low.
Right.
Draymond couldn't do nothing with him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When Chris Paul is, I forgot what game. When Draymond had 4 fouls, that's when he was dumb. Why you took a Chris Paul instead of Hart?
But see, that's why.
Now, and that's what I'm saying. And get Capella, you could have fouled out Draymond Green, and y'all would have fun at that. All right, and what you gonna put? You gonna put
That's why they started playing JaVale McGee.
Right.
Because JaVale McGee played Capella better.
Right.
Yeah, he sized up with Capella much better though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they started playing JaVale McGee. Because he gave Capella, it was a tougher, it was a more competitive match.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
much more competitive.
Yeah, let me read this quick comment before we continue. It said, Uncle Sure said, you don't know that to be true. You can't only assume that. Did they lose last year too? He was struggling when Paul wasn't there too. 2-time champion, he's MVP. How many point guards you name with that? I could name one. Steve. What is his name? Dang, what is his name? Damn, he used to play for Dallas and
Steve Nash.
Nash, right. He back to back. Now, we're going to talk about Curry. Curry didn't do it back to back. Steve Nash did it back to back the times when Shaq was playing. That's when Phoenix was running. That's when Phoenix had Stoudemire. They had
Yeah, I remember that team.
They
had Sean Marion.
Sean Marion. But messed them up. They ain't had center. They only just did center at the time, like Capella. That's all they need. Because they had a bench too. Because I think Joe Johnson came off the bench in Phoenix, I think, 1 year.
And he lit it up.
Yeah. Phoenix to win like about 55, 60 games when Nash was playing.
So y'all really feel that not Chris Paul, but Steph really couldn't play back in the day. He wouldn't have been as effective back in the day.
No.
Nah. He benefited right now of this European small ball. Like you go shoot threes, you set picks, you go back doors and stuff like that. Now, if it's a structure, I'm not saying he can't, but it would have been harder because you had competitive guards then. You know, back then, that majority was two-way players. Then we're not talking about the ones come off the bench.
Right. Muggsy Bogues would get in your face. John Starks would get in your face. Mark Jackson for the Pacers would get in your face. Nobody in today's era would get in your face.
Well, part of that too, the NBA.
But Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. But see, the problem is though too. We can blame the players, but we got to blame the NBA too, because that you got corporate America saying, "Look, it's boring right now. We got to open up the game. I got money." And after that, who the NBA going? They listen to corporate America, corporate people, and they open up, and that's where you start seeing more European players, and then you got more American-born players that are skilled. They getting passed over, and a lot of them go overseas and stuff like that. And that's what this is what we get right now.
And the last team that ever did face-to-face defense, my 04 Pistons. After we whooped the Lakers' ass in 04, they changed the rules again.
Yeah, and Pistons is one of them old school teams that was known for that shit.
Yeah.
They was known for that.
Like Jordan said, the hardest person that played him hard is Joe Dumars.
Yeah, I always liked the Pistons because they was tough. They was tough. Shit, Isaiah Thomas was tough.
Yeah,
he wasn't no pushover.
Yeah, I think Isaiah Thomas is very underrated on defense. I pick him as a two-way player. He's very underrated on defense.
Oh, but do I need to mention Dennis Johnson could get in your face too? Ain't no way Curry doing all that.
DJ. Oh yeah. They talking about they talking about DJ in Boston, but I'm going years back. We talking about DJ when he used to play with the Supersonics. When Jack Sigma on him when they won the championship. You remember back in '79 when Seattle played, they play each other in the championship, or Washington win one and Seattle win one.
Yeah, Wes Unseld and Lenny Wilkins.
Yeah, Unseld too. Yeah. Elvin Hayes of the Bullets. You got Jeff Malone played later on. I can say Jeff Malone. Gus Williams. Well, we talking about going to the 70s and 80s. And then we can't forget about the 80s. I mean to go back. Milwaukee has some great teams, but they can never beat Boston.
Now, what point guards from back then you think could hang with these young boys now?
The great big old Oscar Robertson.
No, guards.
Oscar Robertson, the point guard.
Yeah.
Oscar Robertson. Lenny Wilkins, Bob Cousy. Said point guards. Dave Bean.
I would say Tiny Archibald.
Yeah, Tiny Archibald, Dave Bean. Oh, I forgot Jerry West.
Oh yeah.
Jerry West. Y'all not gonna remember, but I'm gonna say this. Hal Greer.
Don't forget Walter Frazier.
Yeah, Walt Clyde Frazier. Right. Another one. Very underrated.
So you think they can hang with the Steph Currys and
definitely.
the Chris Pauls?
Definitely. Because you talk about fundamentally sound two-way players.
Imagine Frazier in the new Knicks era with all this corporate America money. I mean, he'd be putting up 40 in his sleep.
Oh, Redface says, "Come on, Suge. Is Curry better than the Magic?"
Yeah, because I was gonna say I feel like Magic in his heyday could hang with these young boys.
Yeah.
Magic, Isaiah Thomas,
Magic,
Kevin Johnson.
Magic could have been the original LeBron without all the strength.
Facts.
But I'm gonna pick a point guard back in the old times. Picture if Walcott Frazier, I have to pick a team, play with the Magic.
Can we say rings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else I was just thinking about? An old school guard. John Stockton.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he could play.
He could play with these young boys.
Yeah, right. That's I forgot that one. He could play either era easily.
Do we not forget Muggsy Bogues? He could put up 30 in this weak era too.
Yeah, Muggsy was nice.
Yeah, he was on the right. Yeah.
Sam Cassell.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Sam Cassell, when his heyday, he was a monster.
Yo, Sam Cassell, man. And then think about it. If he would have played in the older league back then, you gotta think about it though. Oh my God! Because you got to think with these point guards being back then, they just use the handle to get by. If he would have a handle even back, oh my God, he would have had like a every goddamn night.
If I put Cassell on the 80 Celtics, they would have easily had 5 rings.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He was the truth. He was the truth. You know who else was nice too? I don't think he could really hang with these young boys now, but he was nice. Nick Van Exel.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he could really hang with these young boys now, but he was nice though.
Yeah, he was nice in the brief time though. And I'm gonna tell you, I remember when he played with Denver. Oh my God, this motherfucker.
Yeah, with the Sharif Abdul Rahim.
They were destroying Sharif.
Yeah. And Young Mutombo.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, and that other guard they had too. They had the other point guard. Yo, Shug, why don't you come to the panel, man? Come on. You saying everything?
He ain't gonna come on. He ain't gonna come on.
Yeah, he know I'm gonna rip it to his ass with that garbage he said.
What he saying now, bro?
Man, he said multi-career average under 10 points. He said, y'all say Stockton could beat Curry, can't? What?
No, Stockton could destroy Curry.
Y'all can't win this. Magic played with a Hall of Fame team. D just talk about the importance of good teammates. Redface said, come on, Shug. Better
Nah,
than
what I was saying was Stockton could play. He could play against these young boys today.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
I feel like he can.
Oh, sorry about that. Paul, hold that for 1 second, fellas. J Dog, if you want to get on the panel, drop down your email in the box so we can get you on. But it's up to you. You want to join the panel?
Listen. Not only Stockton would beat Curry, he would destroy Curry.
And Stockton was strong too.
And y'all gotta remember too who mastered the pick and roll. That was Stockton and Malone.
Yeah, they were doing that shit back in the mid-'80s.
That was Stockton and Malone.
Yup.
Just imagine.
Isn't that what Golden State do now?
Yep. Yep.
And just imagine Stockton with Dirk Nowitzki in them. Just imagine
Oh my God.
all day long.
Man. Damn. Yeah, Dirk would have definitely won more than one championship.
With what team?
With Dallas, when Dirk played with Dallas.
Put Heyday Stockton on the Mavs, passing Dirk the ball all day long.
Yeah.
So you talking about if Stockton Malone would have played with the Mavericks? That's what you said?
just Stockton. He's saying just Stockton.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, they would have had championships.
Dirk would have won more than just one.
Yeah, he would at least won about 3,
if not at least 2. Because Stockton was that dude, man. Stockton was that dude.
Yeah,
I was so fucking mad when Jordan beat us that year because I was a Utah Jazz fan. That was my team back when I was little.
Yeah,
that was my team, man.
I feel sorry for you
in the mid '90s.
I feel sorry for you, bro. Ooh.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jordan got away with that bullshit ass call. I still think that was a foul, man.
Yeah, I know about that push off on Russell.
Yeah, man. It was. I still think it was, but you know, it's all good. You know, it's all good.
Yeah. I think so too. But I think that what hurt Utah. They I like Thurl Bailey. Thurl Bailey was nice. Well, that's another position. But they need a center. That's what it was.
So who else y'all think that's some guards in the league now that could have played back then? Besides the guys that we named.
Damn, it's so hard. I wouldn't mind a Tony Parker in the last era.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but like what JT said, that European style of play really wasn't in back then. They'd have been knocking Tony Parker on his ass. I think they would have kind of been bullying Parker. Because the guards back then, they were bullies, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They were bullies. They weren't soft. They were bullies. That's why I say Westbrook could play back then. Because Westbrook, he's not soft. He'll jump in your face. He'll talk shit. He'll dunk on a motherfucker too.
Now, if Barrett Davis didn't get fat and happy,
Yeah,
he would
Baron
let. I
Davis.
think he would
Yeah,
let. Yeah.
yeah, yep. I can agree with that. Baron Davis. Yes, yes.
Oh yeah, we forgot Byron Davis, right?
Baron Davis. I think he could have played back then. I agree with that. I think he could too. Definitely. I definitely think LeBron could have played back then. Yes. That nigga LeBron, he could have played back then. He could
Just
have.
imagine him versus Dr. J.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn it. Them niggas would have went at it. Imagine not even just Dr. J. Imagine him going at it with like Clyde Drexler, one of them. Like them going back and forth. Like it was. That's why I love back when I was little watching the NBA, because the NBA was full of stars.
Yeah, with Jerome Kersey and my man Duckworth. Woo!
Them niggas would have been going at each other.
Oh my gosh! And then Sabonis to add on to. Ooh!
Them niggas would have been going at it. They would have been going at it. Like I love to see competition, man. I definitely think LeBron could have handled himself back then.
Yeah.
But there's certain shit he would have had to know how to. There's certain shit he would have had to perfect too. That's a you can't miss all them free throws, nigga. Back then, he'd have been missing all them free throws. Them shits would have costed him, because they cost his ass now. But back then, he would have definitely had to be a better free throw shooter.
Especially
Definitely.
against the old school Pacers, that would have killed you.
Yeah, definitely. He would have had them clutch free throws he be missing. You got to make those. Got to make those, buddy.
Definitely back then.
Got to make your free throws. You got to make your free throws. You have to. Oh, y'all remember motherfucking Michael Finley? Do y'all think he could play this? Do y'all think he could play in this new era?
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
That boy Michael Finley was nasty.
But what hurt him is injury. What hurt him is injury. If he would not have injuries, he would have a Hall of Fame career easily.
Yeah, Michael Finley was a beast. Michael Finley was a beast.
Yes, he was.
He was a monster. He was a monster. I loved Michael Finley. I love those. That's why, like I keep saying, man, that boy Westbrook, man, because he had that attitude. He had that bad boy attitude that a lot of them guards back then had. Like, they didn't give a fuck.
Put him with Westbrook.
Oh my God. Oh man. Them niggas would have wrecked shop, man. Them niggas would have been. Oh God. Westbrook on the old Dallas team, the throwback Mavericks. Oh Lord. With young Dirk. That was young Dirk. When they had the green and blue jerseys. Before they showed the Maverick horse. When they just had the top hat on the jersey. That was when Michael Finley was dunking on everybody. Oh my God, with young Dirk?
Dirk was not. And let me tell you one thing, a lot of people don't know his career too. Do you know that he's one of the few have over two, I think he have like close to 2,000 rebounds and over 1,000 block shots? Yeah.
Boy. Who else? Who else I think that can make the transition from old to new?
I'ma say a name, but I like that center, Bob Lanier.
Oh, who he played for? He played for Detroit, right?
He played for Detroit in the 70s. Then he played with the great Milwaukee teams back in the 80s. Bob Lanier.
Automatic 25 every night with this weak era. Automatic.
25, 20, maybe 6 or 7 block shots. Easily.
Oh, so you want to start talking about big guys now then?
We can talk about anybody. Yeah, we can.
So we gotta talk about George Gervin.
Oh,
the Iceman.
Very underrated.
The Iceman.
And let's not forget about Oz English. One of the quietest 60 points giving you a night. And you look at his stats. How the fuck he grabbed 14 rebounds, 8 or 9 assists, and he had 60 points. Oz English was smooth, man. And then, oh God.
That's what I liked about George Gervin. That nigga was smooth.
Yeah.
That's who I think kind of mirror. I think Tim Duncan kind of mirrored his game a little bit after him.
Mm-hmm.
George Gervin.
Mm-hmm.
That little sweet little finger roll Timmy used to do. That's that smooth shit. All footwork. You couldn't stop him. He was hard to stop too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
George Gervin was hard to stop. He was hard to stop. I think if Barkley played in this era, he'll be a problem.
A big problem.
Barkley will be a problem, and Dennis Rodman, problem.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Charles Barkley would have been a walking triple double every night.
Yeah, he was a problem. He was a problem in his day. So I know now, man, and Barkley was a bully.
Imagine Barkley at 6'9", the same height as LeBron.
Woo!
That's why I'm saying he'd have been a problem. He'd have been a problem. He'd have been a problem. Who else I think could play? Who could play now? Which I think about Bill Lambert, old Detroit.
He would have played. He played well this era because Big Man. He been feeling right along because he could shoot and he do grab rebounds. Now on defense, I don't know, but he would definitely. He would have better numbers in this. I would say he would have. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he would have better numbers in this era. He would have.
Yeah, defensively, yeah, he probably been a walking technical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
A walking technical foul. He'd have been getting ejected every other game.
Right, and the way how these refs be protecting these favorite players, you know, he would have knocked some. He would knock a ref out easily. What you said, Pop? You just spit punch your mouth when you see you around the corner. Like a lot of people don't understand. The bad boys back there was no.
We will put you on your ass. That is a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
What's some more? Name some other old big guys, man.
Will Chamberlain.
The still.
Moses Malone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Moses Malone. I know y'all might say somebody, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Willis Reed.
Yes. Yes. He fits. Yes.
What about Elgin Baylor?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, he would have killed. You know, you stop. Elgin could have played in this year 10 years. I'm gonna tell you, if he would have played this league like in 10 years, he would have had over 30 some points, maybe 15,000 rebounds, maybe like close to 800 steals, and maybe block shots, maybe 500. Man, we ain't come on, stop, man. Y'all heard my head, man. Elgin Baylor, man. Stop. He underrated, man. Stop. He would have fun. He would have fun in this league, in this era.
Oh, let me blow up and hit some more. Daryl Dawkins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dawkins would have fun. Or what about Bobby Jones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see who else. Oh, we forgot the all-time winner, Bill Russell.
Yeah, we all know he would have murdered this era.
Yeah.
There would be no NBA left.
He would have murdered.
What about Robert Parrish?
Oh, that's definite, right? Oh yeah. Oh, he would have more fun.
The Chief.
Right. He would have more fun because it would have been like no contact. He would have fun. You know how many backs he would have had?
Man,
You're breaking up, KD. You're breaking up.
We would have been talking about 20 rebounds and 10 blocks a night.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, welcome, Big Al. Big Al, if you want to join the panel, send your email in so you could join. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Elvin Hayes.
Yes.
Wes Unseld.
Oh, definitely Unseld.
Okay. I'm gonna say this name. I'm gonna throw it out there. I gotta say this. Jack Sigma.
With this week era today,
Yeah.
he definitely could.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna ask y'all this. Now, out of all these players that we named, if we think they could have played in this era, why the hell do y'all think they say that they can't play in this era? What's your opinion on that? Because a lot of those players say that they wouldn't have been able to hang with these young guys' athleticism.
Well,
what y'all think about that?
I think part of it is athletic, and at the same time, is I said about fundamental and the way how they call, because back, let's be honest, in the NBA, it was, you gotta be fundamental to even make the team of both of talking about offense and defense. And it's physical and everything. It's comparative. It's not like you never have a night off.
And real talk, the corporate sponsors would be easily bankrupt, okay? Bankrupt. Too much money, too many sponsors, and too many damn good players. They would have went bankrupt. And ain't no way in hell today's NBA will support that. No way.
Yeah, it would be like political and stuff like that. Because there was less sponsors back then too. You gotta understand that too. It was not no corporate sponsors, but the most sponsor was like car dealership, like maybe Fortune 500 company or a big corporation. That was it back then. But now,
Put them in today's era. Bankrupt. Okay? The advertisement money was dried up in 5 minutes.
mm-hmm. I'm just saying like this though. For me, it's. I think a lot. I think these play. I think these this. I'm thinking about the fans. They miss out. They really miss out the NBA that they seen like I said about 30, 40 years ago. I think they missed out because it was competitive. You know, it wasn't no nights out. Even like if you got like the bad teams, they always had like a good 2 or 3 players or a great player, and they went at it. You know what I mean? Right now, there's no
Yeah,
rivalries. There's no
yeah,
rivalries.
that competitive spirit is clearly gone today. Clearly gone.
And you remember on CBS Sports, they had triple headers, and all them games was marquee players. I don't care if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. These are marquee, and they used to have like marquee matchups like throughout the week. We ain't talking about Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and the thing about all those marquee matchups, they actually showed up to play.
Yup, facts.
I mean, I would have to agree with one thing is I do watch a lot of players take plays off. When I was younger, you know, because I'm pretty much younger than y'all brothers. I'm you know I'm a lot of years younger than y'all, but I noticed like now I kind of watch guys take plays off. When I was younger, them guys like they was up and down the floor constantly. So I would have to say that, but I think the NBA is still competitive. I just think that it's I just think the players are designed different. I think they're designed different. Like it's more like these guys now were like super players
Mm-hmm.
because these guys could jump higher. These guys are faster. These guys are stronger. And this is why I asked y'all brothers, cause y'all cut from that original cloth where y'all watched these older guys in their heyday. But it's like me, I'm watching the newer guys in their heyday. So that's why I asked y'all that too. It's like we have like Steph Curry, like Steph is a fucking super player. Like this nigga's like Reggie Miller times 10. Think about that.
And
This nigga's
imagine
like Reggie times 10, KD.
and imagine if the players from back in the day could have all those advantages they got today. And I'm talking about medicine.
Yeah, and see, this is why me and JT we spoke, try to have this type of dialogue with the show today, because I believe if those older guys was souped up like these new guys, it would be crazy. Like the NBA will be fucking nuts. It will be nuts. But it just couldn't be that way because technology wasn't as prevalent as it is now and hasn't been like it has been in the last 20 years. So a lot of shit is different.
Just
You know?
imagine, just imagine Gary Payton and Jordan going back and forth on a Twitter.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, they got it's a lot. It's a lot of little things. Yeah, like social media, like
Yeah.
That's what, and see, just to touch on that, that's what make these guys bigger stars than the older guys too, because it's like the world has more access to them. Imagine if fucking Dr. J had a Twitter.
Ooh,
Imagine if Jordan, had an Instagram. That nigga
Global.
would be bigger than what he is. That's why LeBron is who he is. That's why Steph Curry is who he is. Social media helps with your celebrity and your star power too.
Can we just call MJ a multi-billionaire if he had all of that?
That's a fact. I agree. Back in that time, if they would have had social media, wow. Definitely. I agree. I would have to agree with that. And that's why I think today, because I asked y'all that question because I think a lot of those older guys think that they can't hang with these young dudes because of technology and all of the advantages that they have and all of the new shit that these guys have access to that they didn't have. Like, just think about how, just imagine how the gym looked, like the workout rooms and shit back then compared to now. Imagine the machines and shit LeBron and all these dudes is working out on.
Michael Jordan would have lasted damn near 25 years.
Exactly. Those guys, exactly, Katie. Those guys wouldn't have had to retire.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Because on some real shit, if LeBron don't just quit, that nigga could play 20 years. Easily. How many years he did what is this is like his what? 13th season? How long he been in the league now? Shit, LeBron been in the league for damn near 15 years, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that nigga could easily do a dub. Them niggas wasn't doing 20 years easy like that. And LeBron is nowhere near past his prime. And he's damn near at 20 in. Them guys didn't have the shit that could make them last like that.
No, they didn't. They did not.
The way the game was structured, them guys was getting hurt. They got banged up. You know what I'm saying? The sports, the trainers and stuff was less educated than they are now.
And
it's
this
just
is why.
There it is. Come on, J-Dog, join the panel. Finally got you in, brother. Sorry about that disturb y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out to Jarvis Davis.
J-Dog.
Dog.
What you was saying, KD? You was breaking up, bro.
What I was saying was, I'm sick and tired of these idiots saying LeBron is better than just look at the two
how's it
eras.
going?
Jordan did it without the advancements. LeBron had to cheat with the advancements.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, J-Dog.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Finally got you on.
Yeah. I was just having trouble trying to get in. I was trying to get in through my phone, but I guess the computer won. So basically, y'all talking about basketball lately. I could tell by the conversation you've been talking about old school basketball games.
Yeah, we comparing which players could play in the older league and with this league, or vice versa. Excuse me, or vice versa.
Well, maybe I can give some examples because, um, as you know, I was young in the day. I was a kid during the days of Rodman and Jordan. I was born in 1988, and my childhood was mostly in the 90s, and that was when Jordan and Pippen and Rodman were in the league and were actually winning the championships at the time. And then
Same here, J Dog. Same here.
I wonder if you could see the rivalry of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. I've heard of the 80s rivalry with those two. If you have not talked about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I was one of them kids that you know, my dad, he's pretty much a big sports guy, so and he's a LA fan. So I grew up pretty much like since I was a baby, he had me in his arms and we used to watch games. So as I got older, I always would watch the classic games, and I love that rivalry with Magic and Bird and Boston and Detroit. I liked all of those rivalries because you know, as you just said, you was born in 88. I was born in 86. So, you know, I watched the rivalry between Chicago and Utah and um
You talk about in 1998 when you had Jordan taking on the mailman, Karl
yeah,
Malone.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that. And then you also had Rodman was in that rivalry as well because he was teaming up with Jordan.
Yep. And then remember it was remember you had Houston playing against the Magic, Hakeem Olajuwon versus Shaq. Remember that?
I think I remember that because I think the Magic was the first team that that Shaq ever played for.
Yeah, yeah. He played for Orlando first.
Yes, and
Then
then
he ran to LA, and that's when I stopped being a Shaq fan.
Oh, I remember the days of Shaq and the in the Lakers. That was you had Kobe Bryant. They were like the dynamic duo. They were winning three of them championships.
Imagine this, Triple S. If Chris Webber, if that trade to the Warriors did not get blocked, the Orlando Magic would have been the original big three outside the Bulls.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot he was supposed to go to the Magic.
Yeah.
What if they could take on the big three of Bosh, Wade, and LeBron?
They would destroy the Heat. You kidding me? Penny Hardaway, C Webb, Shaq. I mean, we're talking about sweep.
That would have been a hell of an Eastern Conference Finals. I could tell you that.
I mean, come on, man. Niggas be laughing out the gym on that one.
That would have been a hell of a Eastern Conference championship. It would have. And not just because of those three on each side. Think about the supporting players. Because it wasn't just Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. He had Ray Allen.
Yeah. I you know what? I have to say he was an equalizer. The Scott and Anderson. I have to say that.
Yeah, it's these other. That's why I always say it's it's about the team too, especially when it comes to winning championships. It's about the team, man. It's always about your supporting cast.
I
You know?
understand. Yeah, I understand. Because even Jordan needed a team. He needed Pippen. He needed Rodman. He needed a lot of those other people.
Yeah. He needed John Paxson. He needed Tony Kukoc. He needed those guys. That's a fact. That's a fact. He damn sure did. Because see, a lot of people never thought, but Kukoc used to put work in. Tony Kukoc, he used to put in work. He used to put in work. He didn't just sit back and let those guys. He was putting in work. He was putting in work. And then you had Paxson that'll come in off the bench and hit a key three. You know, so you're right. Jordan definitely needed those guys. Because he had other guys to step up too when Pippen wasn't always on either.
And this
That's
probably it was the only time when Dennis Rodman actually meant something.
Yeah. I mean, Dennis Rodman was the man when he played on the Pistons too, J-Dog. Can't forget about that. He was a beast when he played on the Pistons.
I know. That was when Jordan actually first started, and Jordan, he couldn't take on Rodman.
Hell no. Because Rodman was nasty. He was knocking you on your ass and talking shit. And he's a rebounding machine. Dennis Rodman is one of the greatest rebounders ever. People forget about that. He's one of the best rebounders in NBA history. Dennis Rodman.
One of the greatest rebounders of all time.
Rebounding machine. Machine.
I heard he was on the Megyn Kelly show today, and I was like, please no.
It's like when he left basketball, you really saw how weird he was. So I stopped paying attention to him. He freaked me out.
Yeah, he may have been weird off the court, but I tell you what, he was a motherfucker to deal with on that court.
Hell yeah. He definitely didn't play like he wore goddamn wedding dresses.
No, it
Crying
wasn't
on CNN.
Wasn't none of that feminine shit going on the court. Hell no, that was not going down.
Yeah, and he wasn't up there crying on CNN when he was playing basketball either.
And I can tell you something else about the Pistons there. If you got caught crying, your ass was cut.
Because it wasn't, that shit was not tolerated.
I live here during the Bad Boys. I can say that with absolute clarity. You got caught crying, your ass was cut. Chuck Daly was not playing that.
Wow. Then some of the stuff I didn't know, but then again, maybe because I was younger at that time. I was a kid. I didn't really pay attention as much.
Now I'm gonna tell you a team back in the 90s that nobody don't talk about is Milwaukee Bucks when they had Ray Allen, Chuck Persis, and Vin Baker.
Never really heard about that.
Yeah,
I know about that team. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they would. Chuck Persons, he ain't playing no D. He ain't playing D, but that motherfucker could shoot. God damn, Chuck.
And that's when a player named Tim Thomas was
Yeah, he was
actually
on that
good
team
for a
too.
little
A
bit.
young Tim Thomas.
Yes.
Not the one be getting sniffed up years later. We ain't talking about him. We talking about the
No,
young.
not that one. Not that one.
Not that one. Yeah.
The Tim Thomas that helped out Ray Allen. That Tim
Yeah.
Thomas.
That one, he had a jumper, and he was kind of slim, but that motherfucker jumped to the moon. And I think out those years, I think he was an all-star for like twice, right? Something like that, KD. I think he was an all-star twice.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Right along with Ray Allen.
Yeah. But and then Vin Baker, a lot of people don't understand. He was very underrated. Vin was an eye.
He was a beast, right along with right along with Kemp and those Sonic teams too.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks don't know he played with Kemp and Peyton too.
Yeah.
Yep. He played for the Supersonics.
Yeah, at first. That was his first team.
Yep. Yeah.
I mostly pay attention to the Miami Heat because they're kind of my team, and then I just also have just individual players that I like LeBron and Durant and Curry. I remember the team when Shaq went to the Miami Heat, and that was when he teamed up with Dwayne Wade, and that was when Miami Heat won like their first championship.
Oh, let me take you back even further than that. The 90s Heat was not bad at all. That's when you had the prime of Zoe and Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
Yep. Alonzo Mourning was a beast.
Yes, he was.
Tim Hardaway. They said, I mean, I can't say if it's true, but they always gave him the credit. They said Tim Hardaway is the one who created the crossover dribble.
They call that the U-Tet two-step. He played at University of Texas El Paso. That's when he discovered the U-Tet two-step. And then we can't forget about Mitch Richmond and later on Chris Mellon.
Can I throw in a little Glenn Rice in there too?
Yes. I was getting ready to say that, KD. Yeah, I was getting ready to say it too. You beat me to it, KD. You beat me into the room.
Man, that's the old Miami team too, right there, J-Dog. Yeah. Glenn Rice. Do not leave Glenn Rice open. He won't miss. He will not miss.
And we forgot about number one other person, Steph Curry's father. He was that motherfucker. Sure.
Dale Curry.
Curry.
Oh,
yeah, I hear Steph Curry talk about his father a lot.
He was a hell of a shooter with the Hornets.
Oh my God. He's one of the first people that shoot. He shoot all balanced threes and goes in. Get the fuck.
Where you think Steph get it from?
Yeah, they got
Steph get it from his dad.
Yeah,
he get it from his dad.
His dad taught him well though. Guy, that Dale Curry could shoot.
Dale Curry was lights out.
And I'm gonna tell you another person that they sleep on too is back in Seattle, talking about in the 90s, Nate McMillan.
Who is that? Because I really don't know this person.
Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
Of Seattle Supersonics.
This is why I was kind of nervous of going on to this panel.
No, you good. You know stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but most of the stuff I do know is like in the 2000s and maybe parts of the 2010s.
You know something. Don't worry about Jay.
Yeah, you good, man. Shit, you only 2 years. You only 2 years younger than me. J-Dog, you only 2 years younger than me, man. So, you know, it's all good.
Uncle Shook, join the panel. What up, Uncle Suge?
Brothers on the panel, man. What's going on, y'all?
All right.
Sure, what up, my nigga? What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? You know what, man? I gotta get at you with that garbage you said, bro. I gotta get at you on that one, bro.
Yeah, that was. I can't believe you. You named John Starks, Mark Jackson, Muggsy Bowles. I mean, come on. We talking about Steph Curry, man. Y'all just won't get it.
Stockton would destroy Curry easily. Are you kidding me?
Y'all would not give this man the credit he deserved for developing the game that he did. And
develop what?
What you mean develop what?
Yeah, develop what? A cute little dribble with a 3-point shot.
Takes a lot to hit that 3-pointer. Y'all talk like 3-pointers is easy, man. And Steph Curry drives to the hole consistently. I don't know what games y'all watch, but he drives to the hole. It's contact on every single play. Y'all keep saying it ain't no contact on the plays and all that, but we talk about missed calls all the time. You know, you can look up an NBA Hardwood Classic game right now in the 1980s. Watch the whole game and point out the hard fouls. Show me guys just getting knocked around and all this the whole game like everybody's saying. You know, these guys.
That was the entire 80s era. What the hell are you talking about?
I was born in 75, bro. What about you?
I was born in the mid-80s.
88.
All y'all, you was born in the 80s? I watched a lot of these games that y'all talking about.
I'm 66, bro.
Right, JT, you the only one.
29 here.
And what you saying about them games, some of that just is over exaggerated as far as them games being so rough. If you can even look at the scoring average in the 80s and 90s, man, they was averaging 120, 125. Teams were scoring 130 points.
And they did that without advanced medicine.
They did that because it was more of a big man league and a fundamentals game. More points were scored in the paint. Them guys couldn't hit them 3-pointers. They dribbled a whole lot with their backs to the basket, rather dribble frontwards. You know, and he brought up Hardaway with the crossover. It was more Isaiah Thomas. He kind of one who was pushing that dribbling frontwards a whole lot more than these other point guards. You could even see Magic Johnson dribbling with his back to the players most of the time. That's how a lot of them guards dribbled the ball. They dribbled with their back. And they guarded them with their forearms or they hand checked them. And then they stopped and hand checked it. This was some of the rules that was adjustment. Now the players play the game the same. The officiating of the game is totally different. They call a lot more flagrants and hard fouls and kick people out and all that. They do that a whole lot more. But as far as the physicality of the playing of the game, it's almost similar. And like I said, prove me wrong. Just put up a game, not no highlights of people getting knocked around. Pull up.
I could just pull up the Bulls Pistons entire series. That would put that to bed.
That was my favorite team, the Pistons, the Bad Boys. I can name the entire roster. Not just the stars, the bench players too. I can go all the way down to Adrian Dantley, all of them. So, you know, the microwave, Vinnie Johnson. I can name the squad, Lambeer. You know what I'm saying?
James Edwards.
I can name them all. Yes. But it's a little over exaggerated. It just wasn't fucking niggas up the whole game like everybody tried to say. It was not happening like that. And like I said, we could watch a game together. We could watch Hardwood Classics together on a Google Hangout.
All right.
After game. Why wasn't they knocking Jordan and them around? Why wasn't these perimeter?
Are you kidding me? That's what the Pistons did. Knock him on his ass. You kidding me?
Talking about a couple highlights, man. I'm talking about.
Like I said, the entire series was built on that. What is niggas talking about?
I wonder what happened if they were able to pull off what the Olympics did with the Dream Team and make a team like that in the NBA. Because you got a lot of one reason why the competition is very lacking in today's generation of NBA is because one region, which is the West Coast, is creating all these super teams.
I'm gonna spell it out to you, J-Dog. It's soft.
You create super teams because there's a lot more better players. It wasn't enough players back then to create super teams. Don't you get it? You could take the first Olympic Dream Team. Look at that first Olympic Dream Team with Jordan, Bird, Magic, and all of them. When they took the whole, that was the NBA right there. That was the face of the NBA right there. The rest of the league, you barely could name all-stars. And
that's a good ass point.
And all these players y'all naming, they not even considered all-time greats. Y'all name it. You
That's
can't not. If the player is in the NBA, of course he got talent.
The fact they weren't considered all-time greats made the league better.
Let me finish my point before you cut me off. I just got on. Because then I'll have to rebuttal what you're saying and I'll lose track of my original point. Like I just did.
I wonder why Rodman never tried to go for Olympic gold.
Oh yeah, thanks. That just reminded me. You take away that Olympic gold team, that dream team, and look at the rest of the league. And like I said, y'all naming players who won't be looked at, definitely not Hall of Famers. Let's just throw that up, forget that. But they won't even be compared to certain players. They won't even be looked at as greats. You name and start. I mean, these dudes was good. You name Muggsy Bogues. You really said that shit. Like Muggsy Bogues. You could have said Spud Webb and got a little more left.
Even he would destroy Curry right now. Yes, I said that.
Curry, that's ridiculous, man. For real.
What do you mean it's ridiculous?
That's just totally ridiculous, man. Like for real. And Steph Curry do not just shoot three. Look at his field goal percentage. Look how many points he scored in the paint, y'all.
That's because Muggsy Bogues will get in his face.
I think he's one. If he's not the leader, he's definitely in the top 2 or 3 of scoring in the paint. What are y'all talking about? He do not just shoot threes. That nigga get to the basket and score layups, just like Kyrie Irving do. Get to the basket and score layups. These dudes is leading in the paint, and they shoot threes. These dudes, y'all say the technology. Oh, we talked about social media. Now listen. I hear
all that.
Come on, fam. Come on, dog. Please stop cutting me off. Let me get mine out. Y'all got y'all's off. Please. Y'all say, y'all bringing up the social media. I hear a lot of the people, analysts and stuff say, could the players back then handle social media now? Would they be able to handle a Twitter account and being attacked and criticized like LeBron did? Nobody has endured the criticism and slander and shit like LeBron has been doing. The Sports Center shows and all these debate shows that they got now, they didn't have back then. So people be wondering, would the psyche of them players have been able to handle today's what these players is handling all this money and being able to do all this shit they doing. And some of these players is overcome. They are exceeding expectation. Steph Curry was never expected to do what he's doing. He developed this. You got to consider all that. You can't just say, oh, they didn't have that. If they would have had this, they would have blew up. If that's the case, you got to look at it on the other side too. You know what I'm saying? Jordan retired because of the shit that happened with his father, and they were saying his father got killed because of his gambling and all that. He couldn't handle the media, the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? That was the reason Jordan retired and to follow the baseball thing. He couldn't handle all the attacks that was coming. So we don't know if he would have been able to handle Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, they couldn't handle the normal paparazzis that was going around. So you got to consider all that. To say these players couldn't handle them, that's ridiculous, man. And like DS1 said, I heard many of them players say they couldn't compete with these guys because of the athleticism. And you know why? Because they got better because of, like y'all said, the technology. So you can't say, well, if they had that, well, no, they didn't have it. We compare now to back then. And you got to look at what they got now and what they didn't have back then, period.
Well, I could say this, Sugar. You right about that, about the athletic right now. But I think the players is better athletic, but the fundamentals, I have to question that. They don't, it's not a think through no more and everything. It's not a breakdown and everything. Even the coaches back then, and like back in the days, they know about the X and O's. These coaches right now, I'm not saying the players ain't good. They athletic, they get up and down. I'm not saying they not smart and everything, but I've seen the fundamentals. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I see some.
Well, I'm gonna say this to that. You know, I used to kind of say that too, but I don't even think that's true because I think the players are fundamentally great. It's just that the stars now aren't the fundamental players. You see, the fundamental players now, they were the stars back then. You know, the big man, the Karl Malone, you see what I'm saying? That's DeMarcus Cousins. But, you know, it wasn't no Michael Jordan back then. It was just Jordan. You had Drexler with a little athleticism, but he wasn't Jordan. Now you got multiple, and they had Jordan to look up to. And you got a lot of guys wanting to be like Mike, like Kobe. How did you see that? That was watching Michael Jordan all over again. Nobody won't say that. He shot his
I agree. You know what, Suge? I agree with that. I agree with that, what you just said.
He shot his free throws. He walked. He talked. He did his interviews. Everything he did was just like Jordan. And he did it better. Nobody don't want to say that. I'm sorry, but he did. 81, come on. God can't knock that.
Kobe, no doubt. Well, I understand it, but I understand what you're saying, but we don't. What I'm saying about right now, it's not enough players. You don't have the fundamentals, and it's very, very true. I give you a case in point. I give you a case in point.
What's fundamental?
What's that player name? I forgot. But when it comes to me, I bring it up in a few minutes. But I've just seen like how they shoot their free throws, how they shoot a jump shot. Now, a lot of people could knock me on this and everything, like Melo. Melo, when he shoots, is fundamentals. When he do drop steps and all that, is fundamentals. That's one of the few that come closest to me. But other than that, it's all about these guys rely on their athletics and stuff like that. Instead, like sometimes you gotta break it down and stuff. That's all. That's all.
And I think my point was just proven. The fact that Jordan could handle that, and the fact that LeBron couldn't handle this baby ass criticism, that just proved my point right there.
But see, one thing I would have to agree with as far as fundamentals and JT, me and you, we said this a couple of times on the show.
That's right.
How the game has changed because back then everything went through the big man, and Suge just said that. So this is why now the star players aren't, or it doesn't look like they aren't as fundamentally sound, and they rely on their athleticism. Because when back then the stars were the big men. Mm-hmm. So that's something that's true that Suge is saying. The game has transitioned from that. The game is no longer about the big man. It's all about guard play now. Right. Most of the stars in the league are your guards.
And small forward. It's the perimeter.
Right. That's true. That is true. And the reason why I brought up social media, Suge, is because I was bringing up as far as business-wise and them blowing up as celebrities. Not so much of them not being able to handle criticism and shit like that, even though that plays a big part. Because imagine if Wilt had a Twitter. They said that this nigga after every game had 50 to 100 women at his hotel room. Right. So imagine him having 50 chicks at his door and then 1,000 people hitting him up after every game. That shit probably would have drove some of them dudes crazy. So that's true too. But I was speaking in the terms of those guys are bigger celebrities because of that, because we have access to them. Right. We can actually talk to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't respond.
Right.
That's what,
you know what I'm saying? You can actually
Facebook and Twitter are for.
Right. That's like you can communicate with those guys, where back then your star player, if you're not at the game, or even if you at the game, most thing you could do is probably scream at them, and hopefully they'll see you and acknowledge you. Mm-hmm. Where now these younger guys, you can hit them up. So it blows their celebrity. They're on a higher celebrity status also. That's why I brought that up.
Here's
right,
another
that's true,
thing.
though. Back in the days, though, too, I'm talking about 20, 30 years ago, it was just a few newspapers. So it was like, especially like the small markets, if you could put your name in the paper, that's something. So that you're absolutely right about how, because they really deal with the social media and stuff, because a lot of things change. Because when the social media started really getting big like 20 years ago, game over. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you sneeze, oh yeah, he sneezes a certain way and stuff like that. So yeah.
And about
Man,
Here's
today's
something
is a
else
bunch
that's
of fucking
happened.
babies. I'm sorry, they are.
Here's something else that's happened. Loyalty to a team. Finance. You saw Magic Johnson, he will always be known to play for just only in the Lakers. Same as Kobe Bryant. Regardless of how much money that they were making for a team, or who was going to be his teammates, Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant were loyal to just only one team, and that was the Lakers. But then you got guys like Kevin Durant and LeBron James today. If they are losing championships, they'll end up trying to go to a super team so that they can win. Or if they're not getting paid much, they're gonna just look at what team is paying more. That's another thing. So yeah, that's another thing that has changed. Because even Jordan, after the Chicago Bulls, he ended up going to the Wizards. So yeah, I think another thing that's changed is sportsmanship and loyalty to team and money making.
J-Dog, you just compared grown men to a bunch of fucking pissy ass, coddled ass babies. That's why this era is soft.
Dang. I didn't know I did that.
Jay, another thing about fundamentals, the perimeter players. This is another way that I can prove that these players do have fundamentals. Because the most important fundamental is footwork. That is so overlooked. You have to have proper footwork on a basketball court. You can't. It ain't just running up and down, cutting and all that. It's a way you have to maneuver your feet. When you catch and shoot, when you're running in a circle, catch and shoot, it's the way you have to turn and catch the ball. Those are fundamentals. And it's just and the star power is shifted. So you can't say the players don't have fundamentals. Every player in the NBA is fundamentally sound. They just got them differently. Every player got a different skill set.
Yeah. And I feel like the newer guys are they're like hybrid players. Like these niggas, it's almost like on Space Jam when them little monsters crawled in the NBA nigga bodies.
Yes, bro.
That's what we looking at now.
Right. Look at the dunk contest. That tells you. Look at what the dunkers are doing now compared to when Dominique dunked against Jordan. They can't do them dunks. They'll get 40 points with them Dominique dunks. They got to come between the legs, behind the back, twist, do a backflip. Nigga, bring a car to jump over. They doing all this different shit that show you the advancements in these players.
Yeah, niggas is super hybrids.
That's what made the older era special. This era is weak and soft as shit.
You entitled to that opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the way you feel about the NBA and the players.
But I do.
People don't feel that way.
Now go ahead, Sean.
Now I'm just saying a lot of other people won't feel that way, and I understand things change, and you want to clean things up. You don't want guys out there. Basketball ain't a brutal game, and it ain't supposed to look like football. So they made certain changes to how the game should be played and officiated to slow certain things down, because they know motherfuckers get to a point where they want to swing, they want to throw punches, they want to fight, and that's not good for your brand. We're talking about a billion, trillion some dollar business.
Thanks to social media.
Got to be. It ain't got nothing to do with social media. It got something.
Yeah, dude.
It got something to do with paper. Period.
And social media helps them make more paper.
Money. That's what I mentioned. I mentioned it's about how much money that you're gonna make on a certain team. That most of the athletes today, they're mostly worried about their paychecks. That's what's going on.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all something. J-Dog, if you own the Cavaliers, right? Do you want somebody to punch LeBron in the face and risk him getting his nose broke or something? Yo, you paying him all this money. Do you want LeBron to be fighting, bro?
Not really. Yeah, I mean, because that will be a liability and stuff like that, and then we can't really make money out of LeBron.
Man, that is such bullshit. Jordan fought and his fucking brand blew up.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Didn't he have the flu in one of his games, and didn't he get hurt? Then wasn't he sweating a lot? Didn't he have the flu one day, but yet he still won the championship that year?
And guess what? And guess what his Gatorade contract was? It blew the fuck up.
Yeah, that nigga had the flu and dropped 55, I believe.
You mean to tell me that Gatorade didn't cut him a check after that? Get the fuck out of here.
But Jordan never really got into no fights. He was not. He got into little spats and shit, but not no fight.
he ain't never threw a punch. He cocked back. He ain't never do that. Nobody, man. I'm born in 75, bro. Jordan ain't never threw a punch.
Never, nah, not Mike. Not Mike.
Bill Laimbeer. He cocked back like he was about to punch Bill Laimbeer. He did not swing. Bill Laimbeer kind of swung at him.
And we all know that motherfucker would swing.
In a heartbeat.
That nigga was dirty. He was dirty. It was a lot of dirty players back then, though. I would have to admit that it was a lot of dirty players. And back then, you know, and this is why I brought this up back then, with certain players who I feel that could play, because back then, bro, like niggas was getting poked in the eye, like niggas was really dirty, like a nigga undercut you. Like, it was some dirt. Niggas was getting elbowed. You had niggas like Derek Coleman that will hurt you on the court.
And all that shit happening now. Draymond Green kicking niggas in the nut. We had
kicking niggas in the nut. The nigga just poked LeBron in his eye.
Hey, what about my man Mourning and Larry Johnson getting body slammed?
What about Ron Artest and they running up in the stands?
Yup, him and Jermaine O'Neal. Mm-hmm.
That was the last damn good fight they ever had, really.
Yeah, and I believe, I'm glad y'all brought that up, because that's when I really think the NBA sat down and said, we got to make some fucking changes.
Thank you.
I believe that shit really changed the NBA, because that was an OK corral, my nigga. They start beating fans up and shit. That shit got out of hand. They can't do that, bro. Because then they start getting all types of lawsuits.
I'm not sitting up there. Hold the heck up. You sitting up, you thinking I'm endorsing that crazy fight that should be involved in the NBA? No, I'm not talking about that crazy.
Okay. All right. Because them, bro, that was crazy, bro. And I think that's what made them enforce a lot of new rules, bro. After that shit, I think that's when they really start putting a hold on certain shit, because that shit went crazy. And because it wasn't just players fighting no more.
Right, look it up. You're right.
It wasn't just players. So, you know, that. But I kind of understand what you're saying as far as, you know, sometimes they call little pussy fouls, and sometimes they do. They do. And as you can see now, even the players now, they get mad at them little pussy fouls they call sometimes, because them niggas ain't weak niggas. So they like, hold on, you gonna call that bullshit foul? Like, come on, like look at the calls sometimes that they call for LeBron or call against LeBron. I mean, it's not like them niggas like, it's not like they like the soft shit, cause they don't. Cause I be watching that shit.
Yep.
Sometimes, bro, they be not even sometimes, they be trying to kill LeBron. They be trying to hurt LeBron, bro. And sometimes they don't call.
They don't
I be
call.
watching that shit. They be trying to hurt LeBron James, bro. They be trying to literally hurt this man. Literally. And a lot of people say he be acting, but niggas be really trying to hurt LeBron. For real. They really try to hurt that man. And a lot of shit don't get called on him. But they do call a lot of little pussy fouls too. I would have to admit that.
I agree.
They do call little pussy shit. They do. They definitely do. But see, I love the way this conversation is going, because I knew by us mixing the two in, it was going to create this dialogue. I'm glad we decided to do this, JT, because I knew this would create this type of dialogue with this type of tension.
You got motherfuckers naming like John Starkey and Monte Rose, compare him to Steph Curry. Oh, that's gonna definitely create a dialogue. That's great. He could have named. What happened to Gary Payton? Matter of fact, what happened to Jason Kidd? Damn, you couldn't even.
We can talk about that, but really, when I was thinking about creating this, and then when I had talked DS1, he said, "Yeah, JT, you should do that. We should do that." So I want the conversation to evolve like that. I really do, because sometimes, because you cannot talk about one era or you not talk about others. You cannot talk about an era of older players than the new one. You cannot have that. It's got involved.
Yeah, and when you look at the young players, they all look up to the old guys.
Right.
When you talk to these old players, they look up to the older dudes. And the older dudes look up to these young dudes. And that's why I asked that question too, because a lot of these old guys like Dr. J, all of them, they be like, man, I can't do that dunk such and such just did. I wouldn't have been able to do that back then. Them niggas admit that shit. That's why I said these niggas is.
Damn, they dropped off.
Damn, they come back. That's how they do sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, JT Nash ain't win no championship either, man. He got MVP.
No, he didn't. No, I ain't say he did, but he did one back-to-back title. That's what I'm saying.
No, MVP.
Yeah, we went back-to-back MVPs. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, man. I'm glad we decided to do it this way, bro. We definitely next week, bro, how you feel if we talk about the big men and all the big men that we kind of went into it today, but let's do the comparison, the top 5 big men today in the NBA versus some old guys in the NBA.
And also, let's talk about some small forwards / play center too, because we got to talk about them too.
Yeah, we could do that too. I'm with that.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're going to end this. Let me read out the names, and each brother, y'all gonna say your last remarks for me, please, before I close this out and everything. Let me see. Oh God. And I'm gonna get to y'all on the panel. Thanks, Kendra, for coming. Chocolate as always. Thanks for coming. And that be thanks for coming. Ty Brown, my sister, as always, thanks for coming. Marlo's Corner. Hey, I'm trying to invite you on the panel. I don't know what happened, but I gave you a shot. Craig J gave you a shot too. Maquita Lanford, thanks for coming. KD84, I get with you in a few minutes. Annette B, thanks for coming. Nikki, thanks for coming. Your constant support. Jalen, thanks for the input. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. That's fucked up when they did it angry, man. That's really fucked up. These people, bunch of dick boys, man. Bunch of dick boys, bunch of sipper holes. Oh, thank you, Sister Strange Mad Click. Thank you so much. Always supporting. I said, what's up, Kendra? Yes, I did. Hello, thanks again. Dang. Should be skipping on me. Okay, my nephew Manuel, leave him alone. Thanks, thank you so much, Jay Dar. We'll give it to you in a few. Big L, thanks for coming. Hopefully you join back next week. The ones I met you, come back next week. Drop your email. It's gonna be good next week. DJ Yo, same thing. Thanks for coming. The Perfecton, thanks for coming. P Money, we want to see you next week too. All your thanks for coming. And now we're gonna start from J Dog, keep D to the S to the 1, Uncle Suge. Yeah, KD4 drop off. Okay, go ahead. KD4, any last remarks? J Dog?
Yes, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your live stream. Hopefully one day you'll come to one of the live streams I'm doing. I'm planning on trying to do a live stream maybe this week or weekend, but it's gonna be on a different topic.
Okay, no problem. I'll be on your live stream sometime. I'll be checking you out. I'll definitely show you love. Tell the people of your channel. All right, include everybody on the panel too.
My channel is called JDog8807. It's actually one of the channels I have on YouTube, but that happens to be my main one where I put most of my videos on and do most of my live streams. Although I do have another channel that's supposed to be my actual live stream channel called JDog Live. I might start using my JDog Live channel to do most of my live streams very soon. One topic I'm trying to get it to do, but I really need a good panel for it, is on black films and television shows.
Okay, let us know then. Can you do me a favor, J Dog? Could you put both of your channels in the chat so people can get that? Can you do that for us?
That will be good. All right, I'll be able to do that right now.
You can do it right now, please. Thank you so much, and come back. Okay. My brother D to the S to the 1.
Go to Suge, bro. So I could
Okay, go
I'll close it out.
Okay, go Suge. Uncle Suge.
And my bro, yeah, JT, good looking, man. Thanks for having me. And peace to the brothers on the panel and to the chat. And Steph Curry, y'all.
Okay.
Steph Curry is the greatest point guard I ever saw with my eyes, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Y'all we gotta let that sink in. You know, I ain't the biggest Steph Curry fan. Anybody that know me know that. But I can tell y'all this. My 43 years, Steph Curry is the best point guard I ever saw with my eyes, man.
Okay, but tell the people about your channel, Suge.
Okay, Uncle Suge, or the Antagonizer, or No Sleep Enterprise. There we go. Uncle Suge, the Antagonizer, No Sleep Enterprise. You know, you'll see me out here, man. Thanks for having me, brothers. Y'all already know.
Yeah, come back next week. Yeah, so support J Dog, support my brother Uncle Suge. Yeah, I don't tell. Yo, did he part of the Darkness family? I don't invite anybody in my so anybody know. When I said they're official, they're official. All right. Before I do anything, like right now, J Dog's gonna put both of his channels on the chat. So copy that down, because when I lock it down, lock it down. All right, D to the S to the 1.
Hey, excuse me for a second.
Go ahead.
Hey, due to the fact that I cannot put any links, you'll see my icon. I'll just say, here's my channel, and just go into my icon. Go to the thing that says go to channel, and you'll be able to subscribe from there.
Okay, got you. I got you, brother. Thank you for coming. Very much appreciate it. Come back next week. All right. All right. Sorry about that D to S to the 1.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the brothers that came in and supported me and my brother's sports show. It was a great show. I loved the show, man. I loved the back and forth. I loved the energy. You know, shout out to my man KD84. Shout out to J Dog. Shout out to my brother Uncle Shug. Shout out to everybody in the chat who came through. You know, shout out to everybody who's still listening. I appreciate it. We appreciate all the love and support here for the Underrated Sports Show. Y'all could hit me up, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, to stay in tune with me. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody that was on the panel, that's still on the panel. Make sure you definitely subscribe to my brother, the Underrated Darkness. And we'll be back next week with another episode of the Underrated Sports Show. Peace.
All right, peace. Hold that door. Don't go nowhere yet. Subscribe and like to all my brothers on the panel, even in the chat, especially in the panel first, even in the chat. It's just the beginning, bro. It's just the beginning, people. It's just the beginning. Subscribe and like to the one and only, the Underrated one, Darkness. We're going to bring that heat. All right, so anybody want to join the panel, even KD84, J Dog, anybody want to join the panel, let us know ahead of time so me, D to S, want to get you in. All right? This is success. Let's keep this going. We got to keep this going. This is all about building brotherhood. All right? It's going to be sometimes that it's going to, we're going to switch it up a little bit, but we're going to talk about sports. So think of it, it's all about building brotherhood. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this going. We don't hardly have nothing for us. So me and DS1, we building something through my channel and his and everybody on this channel. Let's build something. This is something special that we could build as a family. All right. So again, thanks to K to the D, A to the 4, D to the S to the 1. My brother Uncle Shug, my brother J Dog, support all of them. And on that note, we are Ghost. Peace.